This is a New Holland DC180B Bulldozer. It's made by Ertl and it's in 1/50th scale. Now, as far as the model itself goes, it's not terrible. It's normal for what Ertl would have done at the time. The blade is nice, the sway bars are there, which is cool, the cylinders look good. It's got rubber tracks, but at the time this was normal for Ertl. The cab is decent, the paint and the graphics look good, but this is the one goofy thing, and this is on the real machine too. Power steering. Power steering? That's the best you could do? What bulldozer in the past 50 years hasn't had power steering? I mean, it's not even power steering. That's such a weird thing. Why would New Holland put that? I mean, was that a contest? Did somebody forget and like at the last minute, put power steering? Yeah, that's great. Yeah, everybody loves power steering. Woo! What? Who said that was a good idea? Like that? Hey, we need to put our flagship feature on these dozers. We need to put something on this cab that says, "Ooh, we're different. We're powerful. We're cool. We're going to sell a ton of these on power steering." What? It's so weird and strange and confusing. I don't get it. I don't understand it. You know, if I was looking to go out and spend $200,000 on a bulldozer, I would sure look for one with power steering. I don't know. So, in all fairness, that fits in with the bulldozer itself. Now, a bulldozer from New Holland. New Holland doesn't make bulldozers. They never have. They never will. So where did this come from? Back in 2000, or the early 2000s, I don't know if it was the exact year, Case and New Holland merged. And once they merged, New Holland took all of the Case line and said, well, we're a construction company now. Now, New Holland and Ford had always made their own backhoes and skid loaders, and they're pretty good stuff. They're stout, simple pieces of equipment. And once they merged with Case, they kept their skid loaders, they kept their backhoes, but every other piece of Case equipment got painted in New Holland yellow. I mean, top to bottom, everything. The mini excavators, the bulldozers, the rubber tire loaders, the full-size excavators, the road graders, everything. I mean, I'm not sure, but I think you could get a roller in New Holland also. I can't really remember because they don't do it anymore, but at the time, I think you could. Anyway, the only thing that, like I said, didn't cross over was the backhoes and the skid loaders. They stayed, you know, the Case stayed Case and the New Holland stayed New Holland because they're kind of different machines. Now, you do have some crossover. The Case, the vertical lift path, whatever, skid loaders, those are New Hollands. But the regular radial path, they're still Cases. But anyway, what's interesting is the skip loaders, or some people call them landscape loaders. I think it's a landscape loader technically. Basically, you took a backhoe and you take the backhoe off, you put a 3-point hitch on, and you put a box plate on, and that's a landscape loader. The Case 570 became got rebadged as a New Holland. So you'd have a New Holland backhoe next to a Case landscape loader, which are two very different machines, but they're both the same colors. And it was kind of interesting to see that. Now, there's not a whole lot of New Holland stuff still out there. It wasn't terribly popular in the first place, just because, if nothing else, the dealer network is not the same. You don't have the same amount of Caterpillar and John Deere and, Hitachi dealers all over the place like you do, or rather, you don't have New Holland all over the place like you do that. Say, the people that were spending, $2, $3, $4, $5 million a year in equipment weren't exactly, peeling wheels to get to the New Holland dealership to basically invest in a whole brand new line of equipment that, they'd never bought parts for, they never dealt with the warranties for. So it was a nice idea, but didn't really take off. So that's pretty much it for this. That's why this is a interesting and kind of strange model, because New Holland doesn't make bulldozers. They just don't. Like, I still can't get over power steering. Who thought that was a good idea? Like, that's the best. That's the best feature this Bulldozer has is power steering. Come on, that's no wonder they never sold any of them. Anyway, that's all I have for this. If you'd like to see more of what I have, please subscribe to Maryland Construction Diecast. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask. And thanks for watching.